Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another video of our little A to Z officers series. And today it's quite a special one. But before I talk about Tal, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel, and when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you'll be notified when another video comes out. But now let's have a look at Tal. He's a rare officer, and we have to talk about the stats first, of course. He's class engineering. That means you need engineering badges to upgrade him. He's from the group Romulan Patriots, so he can get synergy from others of that group if he's captain, or he can give synergy to others of that group that are captain. And he's from the faction Romulan Star Empire, which means you need Romulan faction credits to upgrade him. And he's connected to Charbonek. That's what it says in the text. There's always a text about the officers in the info box, but this one is quite a short one, and that's kind of the most important information here. He does have a captain maneuver, but that's not that important in this case, but he does have it, so we have to talk about it. He's a loyal officer, and when fighting battleships, Tal increases the weapon damage of the ship by 20%. We have some officers, also from the very new ones, that are always very good against a certain kind of ship. So in this case, once again, the battleships. And if you know that you're going against battleships, of course, that can be helpful when you're grinding, for example, and don't have PMC or something. But in this case, you usually have PMC long before you get Tal. But the important part about Tal is the officer ability. And that even influences the newest officers in this game, and that is resistance. Tal decreases the opponent's ship's hull, or the ship's hull health, by a cumulative 5% each round while it's burning. And that versus players and hostiles level 60 and under. So first of all, he is a possible PvP officer, but he's also a PvE officer for ships that you cannot really fight with PMC anymore, because Chen and Talan, if you use PMT, are both only working against level 51 hostiles and under. So after that, they are of no use anymore for you. So that's the reason why I'm not using PMC anymore. But the really interesting thing is that he decreases something on the other ship, and in this case the hull health. We mostly have officers that increase something on your own ship, but that gets even better because the decrease of 5% each round is cumulative even. So he is quite a strong officer in the right combination, and that was, for example, the case that I used Tal together with Nero in the beginning against the freebooters. They were quite hard for me at the time when they brought them into the game, and I didn't have the Strange New Worlds officers yet that everybody uses now against the freebooters. And a crew with Lorca or Nero with Tal was really great for doing that. And this ability is quite strong. And nowadays you even can cause burning from below deck, so it's quite easy to use them against players and against computer hostiles that PMC are not working against anymore. But it's so strong that you cannot use him with the newest PvP officers, for example. We had that in the past already, that some officers that Scopely had to make changes because Tal was so strong that if you use him with certain other officers, that Scopely couldn't let that happen because everything would have become so easy. And we have that case again. If you have a look at the videos I made about the Mirror Universe officers that came in now, especially the newest PvP ones, in their text it always says this maneuver will not be activated when Tal is on the bridge as well, because all the apex barrier things would be so advantageous with at the same time having Tal there with his ability to decrease the hull health of the opponent, that Scopely decided that they cannot allow that. So you cannot use him with any of the newest PvP officers just because of that. So if you use him in a combination with other officers, you always have to read the description of the other officers again if they exclude Tal, because that is quite strong. As a rare officer, of course, he also does have officer traits for away teams. That's advisor and patriotic. I send him out there from time to time for that, because I'm not in big need for him anymore. Especially because I use a lot of those officers that do not work together with Tal. And nowadays I've got the Strange New Worlds crew I use against freebooters. I use against the Texas class hostiles. So he's not that important for me anymore as he was earlier. But that's kind of a good thing as well, because we have one big issue with Tal. The only way of getting him in the game at the moment is when you're lucky that he is in some event, because there is no regular way of recruiting him now. So you must wait until he shows up in any kind of event or event store to gain the shards. Even on this server, even I had to wait for shards on events, and I needed a long time to get him. I fortunately had him when all the freebooter stuff started, but that took me much longer here than it did when I first played this game. So there is no regular way I can show you for recruiting Tal that I know of. If they changed it in between, I haven't seen it. But as far as I know, there is no way of getting him except Scopely puts him into some events as rewards or something like that. And that's really a downside. So it's a little bit like the thing with Jailer. Well, you still have the chance about the Swarmadas there. But and Data, I have a chance about away teams. Those two are still missing for me, and from time to time I do get some data shards about away teams, but there's none of these small chances even for Tal, only events. If you've seen him somewhere else, please let me know, because I didn't find him anywhere. So if you have different information, please write it in the comments. But also, if you have video requests for a certain topic, please write it in the comments. You know that I regularly read them. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.